Welcome back to episode 14. We're back, baby. Pardon the buzz. Listen, we've got some... Man, this one's tough. This episode tonight is just... I'm just putting Mirk in the worst spot I possibly can. And, as usual, I'm drinking something, but tonight it's not beer. Sipping on that Captain and Coke. What you got over there, buddy? Nothing?
I could pour out I could get the Jap whiskey. Hold on.
Back to the Japanese whiskey. Listen, if you're watching this, he's gonna fucking need it. Now we've done Cut 5, Keep 5, Sci-Fi Edition. There it is. There's a Japanese whiskey. We've done Marvel movies. As one of Mirk's closest friends, and knowing him for years, I decided tonight we're doing fucking gaming edition. We're Keep 5, Cutting 5 video games. And let me tell you, when I made a list of all keepable games for Mirk, I made the most fucked list I can think of. And let me explain some rules before we get into this. I'm going not overall game, I'm going peak game for you. Peak gaming. When you see the game, it's peak, like whatever the best moments of your life were. That's this game for you.
So I don't even have the cop out of like, oh, it sucks right now.
You don't. No, we're talking each game in its absolute prime to you, all time ever.
All
you
right,
gonna see the list, bro?
It's gonna be bad, isn't it?
Oh, it's fucked up.
It's gonna be like everything that we have. Over 300 hours
I tried so hard to make sure that I made it as worse as possible. So let's just take a peek. I'll take us through what the games are. First though, I've got to figure out how to get the game up, get the picture up, because right now it doesn't want to. Let's see. Let's try this. Share screen. Okay, that's that. Let me bring this over here. Hang on, dude. Technical difficulties when Josh has been drinking and it's, you know how it is. Let's just close that. Cancel that. Let me minimize you. Let's bring this over here. Let's minimize Discord. I'm just talking myself through this so I can actually do it, or else I'll fuck it up. All right, we should be good. Present, share screen. Here we go. Okay. Let me explain what we got here. We've got Half-Life 1, Halo 3, Phasmophobia, Apex Legends, Paper Mario, Fortnite, Lethal Company, Sea of Thieves, RuneScape, and I selected this Pokemon picture because I wanted to be very specific and fuck you as much as I could. I wasn't sure what Pokemon was like your thing, so this applies to whatever Pokemon is your thing. Does that make sense? This is all around whatever Pokemon game you find to be the most entertaining, the most fun, most life-changing, whatever it is for you. This is it. Now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've got 10 all-timers here. Okay.
So can I suggest one thing right off the bat here?
Yeah.
So my favorite Paper Mario game of all time was actually Thousand Year Door. So could we just make it that instead, so it's more difficult?
Yeah, no, I mean, I can't exactly. I don't think I can change the image.
That's fine.
We're gonna make it whatever Paper Mario. I didn't know what version you fucked with, so this, like I said, applies to like its peak or whatever version of it is the best for you. To just make it absolutely soul crunching.
This is gonna be incredibly painful.
So. Hit me with a keep off the bat, bro. What do you have to keep?
Okay, so Fortnite, and I'll just explain why. Fortnite's where I met this motherfucker. I met Apex and a lot of the, I guess those are really some of the only people I still talk to from my early gaming era. But
Keep it creamy. Come on.
dude, that was like the pinnacle, man. Like just staying up to like 7 a.m. fucking playing that shit. It reminds me of like when I would grind COD, but that was just by myself. This was like a whole different experience because it was with like people you were super cool with, and everything was just fun. And you
Makes
got
me
really
want to cry. Makes me want to cry, bro.
we got super good at the game too.
This podcast wouldn't be here without Fortnite. This duo, the greatest duo of all time, would not be here without Fortnite. None of half these games you see listed here wouldn't be on this list without Fortnite. So, ode to the OG Fortnite. I knew you'd keep that one number one. If I was a betting man, I would have bet the fucking house on it that Mirk is going with OG Fortnite. And don't come at us like you little nerds about how Fortnite's changed, bro. We're season 3, season 4, OG season. Look at us. We're grizzled veterans of this shit. Fuck out of here. None of this. I'm flying in outer space with lightning bolts. Miss me with that. I agree, bro. I agree. Fortnite has to stay.
Okay, so we're gonna go with the easiest cut, which is by no means an easy cut because of the nature of the list. I'm gonna cut SOT, I'd say, on this.
Okay.
Sea of Thieves, I think me and you had a really fun experience. But
some of the best, bro, to be honest. Some of the best.
I think our biggest problem with that game is we got maybe too good at it too quick, or maybe too competitive too quick with it. One or the other. Maybe both. And it just got to a point where it was like more about, let's just like chase a ship around the map for 3 hours for their, their 4 Athena chests or whatever they have on their boat.
Yeah, and the chillness of that game is what attracted me to it, man. Because like you could literally like choose: do you want to be chill tonight? Do you want to vibe out? Do you just want to kind of fucking crack a beer and chill, or do you want to be a little crackhead and just go after it? And
I think that was the issue. Is it's like that was what it transitioned into. Like the later half of it was all like mostly just like, okay, we're just gonna push everybody, which is like it's fun to a certain point, but it's like it lost that like early appeal. Like Fortnite held that for so much longer.
Yeah, SOT will always have a special place in my heart, though, bro, because it just it's just it filled that gap for us. It bridged that gap of like, what do we play? What do we do? And for a few months, it definitely like, I mean, a year. We played the game for a better part of a year. It filled that gap, and man, did I had a blast playing SOT. I did, but I understand your cut. I probably would cut it too, but personally, I had an absolute blast playing it.
Next keep, I think this might be early to just put on. I'm gonna throw Lethal Company on there. I think that's a keep for sure. It just has a lot of replayability with mods, super fun to play with friends. There's a lot of appeal to the game. I like that it's a small dev thing, which makes it more focused and tailored towards gamers, which is what some games on here, I'll just name a
Absolutely.
couple, like Apex and Fortnite, they're not really tailored to their own fan base a lot of the time, so that's what's great about small dev games like Lethal Company, and it's an easy keep for me for sure.
Peep the recent videos, boys. Peep the recent videos. We've been on that Lethal Company grind, bro. Look, name a better duo. I'll wait. Look, there's tons of YouTubers who are cracked the game with their 5-6 stacks. Miss me with that shit, bro. Come on. Get in there and fucking Brutal Company with just you and your boy and see how you do. Not doing better than us. Somebody hosts a duo tournament. We're smoking it. Give us your money now. PayPal, Cash App, whatever you want to do. I love Lethal Company, and it's been a ton of fun so far. I mean, it really has.
What I like about it,
break my heart, bro, when it just dies. Like to us, like how these other games have. I mean, we played Faz together, Fortnite together, Sea of Thieves together, Apex together, and it all just reaches a point where it's like, what's next?
But I think there's a lot more replayability with this compared to other things we've done, and we've barely even breached the surface with some of the other mods that we haven't even tried to play with. So there's like I said,
to get past 4K quota or what? Because basically it feels like we're just waiting for that big win.
Yeah, I kind of want to. I want to be able to hit like 4 to 5K as a duo. I think would be fucking crazy on Brutal Company. That'd be wild. Because like I think the highest quota I see runs was like Insum in his group of like 4 or 5, and those are like 10K runs or something. I mean, that's still pretty
and they've got stacked like gamers, man. And it's just the two of us. Not saying that we're not gamers, but when you go down each level of a person, you're talking like the amount of shit you have to do as a solo in your own quadrant of the game is insane. Is insane. You
Yeah,
both have to
it's
pop
like
off and get good RNG. Like there's no like when you got 5 people, bro, one dies, you still have 4 fucking people, right?
I mean, I feel like Lethal is a game I could sit and talk about forever, but let's
Oh yeah.
probably focus on.
Oh yeah. I see how we got 5 minutes in, bro, and we're like lethal.
Yeah, that's a game I could just go on. I could go on and on about a lot of the games on this list actually, but that's a really big one. So we're on a cut now.
So we've kept Fort, we've cut SOT, and we've kept Lethal. Okay.
I'm gonna, it pains me to say this because this game is like the foundation of so many other games history. I'm gonna cut Half-Life, to be real. But it's gonna sound wild to a lot of people that I would even do that, but honestly, I didn't really get to experience that game until I was a lot older. I didn't have like a PC other than like a really shitty like 95 Windows thing for a really long time. And then like we got a MacBook, but like it didn't really run games like that back then. Like MacBooks just didn't really run with like a lot of your PC games back in the day. So it was always like a workaround of like, how the fuck am I gonna play like Steam games on Mac? And sometimes you just couldn't do it. So I didn't get to really experience it till like some of the later stages when the remake came out, and I got to kind of play through a good amount of that. So that's gonna be a cut for me. But I mean, some of the content I experienced growing up, like on YouTube, it's really heavily centered around Half-Life. Like, so your Gary's mod stuff all comes from that, and I mean that was huge on YouTube for fucking ever. I'm sure you remember that as well.
And if you've watched any of our VODs, you'll know something special about Half-Life is when we did our most top 5 influential games of all time, Half-Life was the first pick that Mirk picked.
I think a lot of people would agree that might be like one of the best games, if not the greatest, like single player, like story driven game out. I mean, it's
someone's got to pave the way, right?
Yeah.
Someone's got to pave the way. Like a Trailblazer game. That's what I call it for sure.
It really did pave the way for like your campaigns and later games. Like, some of the storytelling elements that Call of Duty has, some of those start from, Half-Life and get crazier and crazier. Not the best comparison, but you get what I'm saying.
Fun fact, bro. Since we're halfway-ish through this cut, I'm completely 100% right so far on the order in the games you cut. 100% right. I knew you'd pick Fortnite to stay first, and I was pretty sure you'd pick Lethal Company to stay second. And I had you cutting SOT, and I had you cutting Half-Life first and second.
Well, this is where
it gets shit fucking crazy. Yeah, because I have my feeling of what I think you're going to keep next, but I could be wrong. But I know my boy. I know the homie.
So I think it'd be a disservice to myself if I didn't do this next one as a keep because I still play. I'm going to go with RuneScape on this one. I've played that game since I was probably like fucking 5 or 6 years old.
I'm batting 1,000. I'm batting 1,000. Come on.
It's still, what's crazy about RuneScape is it's really just kind of outlived its run in a lot of ways, but it's kind of stayed fresh as well. It's kind of just like had that resurgence of like that pull of like, there's a saying, right, about it. It's like when you play it, it's like you never really quit. Like you'll tell your friends like, oh, I'm quitting or whatever, and then you like come back a year or two later and you dump another fucking 2 months of real life time into the game again. And yeah, it's just kind of how that is. It's just like something you just pick up here and there. But I still love playing RuneScape. It's kind of something to do in the background when not doing anything else.
I've never played, but I've heard good things. It's just one of those games I think I just missed. I just missed the boat.
I think for a lot of people,
I'm never getting on it either because I'll never get off.
Well, especially for me, I play like the old school version of it. So like for people like me, it's like the nostalgia factor because you remember growing up with like the 2007 version of the game or whatever. That's when it was kind of like in its peak to a lot of people like my age or whatever. So yeah, RuneScape.
So recap real quick. We've kept Fortnite. We kicked out SOT. We've kept Lethal. We've kicked out Half-Life. And now we've kept RuneScape. It's going to get really shitty really quick because if just to interject for people who don't quite know us as a duo, guys, If you look at the list, Faz, Apex Legends, Sea of Thieves, Fortnite, and Lethal Company, 5 games out of the list. Mirk and I have spent a significant amount of time playing together. Years. We're talking years of time playing together. So now, already Sea of Thieves is gone, and that's a game that we basically continued our growth as a duo with.
I
And
had
now,
500 hours, I think, or maybe 700 played in
yeah,
that.
and I've probably got to be near the same because we've always played together. So now what, man? Now what? What do we fucking get rid of? Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. You gotta let it go. I have you down for letting it go. Go ahead and let it go.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut Apex, I think.
What? I had Faz. No. You're cutting Apex?
No.
Apex Legends?
Listen, I'm fucking with you. I'm gonna cut Faz for real. I'm gonna cut Faz because
You were fucking with me?
Yes, yeah. I'm gonna cut Faz, and here's why. So
you're a dickhead.
Such a good
You're
thumbnail.
Such a dickhead.
All right. Perfect thumbnail, I'm telling you. So Phasmophobia. Great game. Okay, but here's the problem I had with Phas is when they really started changing the UI and shit like that, it got real weird. And I think the game kind of got stale to us because I think we got too good at Phasmophobia too fast. But you know what was weird though about Phas is when they started changing up how the ghosts work and shit, it did get quite a bit harder. I remember kind of towards the end when we were playing.
It got harder, but I think it ties back into how you said they changed the UI. So like it got harder, but we still didn't know how to buy anything. So we're still rocking like nothing when we get on the bus.
And like the ghost behavior has actually changed a lot because we were playing the game, I think, during beta mostly.
Yeah, I think we've probably helped change the game in some way where some statistics that we contributed to show that people are just getting way too good, way too fast at this game. So
and you know what? I really like aspects of it. Like I like how the ghosts were kind of unique and how they acted and interacted with you. But like I remember it changed so much that we couldn't even figure out what anything was anymore.
But remember, man, this list is based off peak. This list is based off peak. So
yeah, I'm
still standing by it.
I'm still gonna cut it at peak, yeah.
So we'll see you later. That makes 2 OG games Mirk and I have played that have kick rocks.
So it's just really bad because there's 3 on this list that I have to keep, but I can't keep them. That's the problem.
You have Paper Mario left, you have Apex Legends left, you have Halo 3 left, and you have Pokemon left. That's it. And now you're on to your next keep.
Yeah.
So you're basically staring at what do I keep? You got 1 game left that we grinded arguably more than anything else. And the rest of the 3 are just on your own. You're talking childhood games. You're talking what you grew up on. Fuck, bro. What do you fucking do? I'm an asshole for this list. This is just knowledge of your friend right here, man. This is pure dickery right here, bro. I love it. I fucking love it.
You know what? It's really fucked up is there's I could justify keeping any of these games for completely different reasons as well.
For sure.
That's the really fucked up
There's
thing.
no go wrong, to be honest.
And I'm gonna keep if I don't keep this, right, like I'm gonna be mad at myself, I think. Personally. So I'm gonna keep Paper Mario. So that probably Josh, you probably thought
God. My list is fucked now, bro. My parlay is fucked up.
Probably is fucked up now. Well, you made it to the Sweet 16. Right
I did, bro. I did.
You did good, bro. You did really well.
Oh shit!
I'm
Mario.
I'm not gonna fuck you this time though. For real, I'm gonna keep Paper Mario because that to me was like how I explained to you how I didn't grow up with Half-Life. I grew up with that. Like that was like kind of like my version of like a really interesting single player like story driven thing before I ever experienced like COD or like anything else in my teens.
Yeah.
I mean, back when like COD campaigns like actually were really good. The Paper Mario Thousand Year Door still has a huge impression on me now. I mean, that's something I've played through on stream twice. And yeah, great game. What did you think I was going to keep there, by the way? Just like
Apex Legends.
Yeah.
I thought you'd make it really hard on yourself and just keep, but you're making it harder, in my opinion, on yourself. Where like
now I am.
Where like you've, in my opinion, if you would have switched Apex and Lethal, it would have been more suspenseful because I feel like Apex has been a more impactful game to me on our duo kind of growth than Lethal has. So I got Lethal right as far as you keeping it, but I'm shocked that Apex didn't get kept higher. And I gotta tell you, bro, I will fall backwards if this game gets cut. Now, if you decide to cut it, I want to hear why. But I will be shocked. We're left with Pokemon, Halo 3, and Apex. And only one more game can be kept.
Yeah.
Only one. But you're onto a cut now. So the suspense part of me is hoping you cut Halo or Pokemon. And if you do that, that's fucking... Either way, you're fucked. If you cut Apex, you gotta choose between Halo and Pokemon. If you cut fucking Halo, you got Apex and I mean, you're fucking...
Yeah. So anyway,
I'm such a dick. I love it.
All right. So I'm gonna explain my cut after I pick it. Right. So my cut's gonna be Halo 3. Right. And that fucking isn't that fucking
that's
crazy?
Painful. Yes.
Right. That's crazy.
Oh.
But, so let me explain that. Okay. So I did play Halo 3 multiplayer. I did play the campaign growing up. But to be honest, like my access to that game was pretty limited for a while. I think I loaned it out to a friend or something and never got it back during that whole time period. So I was playing a lot more like Modern Warfare 2. And then when Halo Reach came out, I was big into fucking Halo Reach. If we're talking Halo Reach over Halo 3, that's actually a lot harder of a cut for me because Halo Reach, in my opinion, had the best storyline out of any of the Halo games by a lot.
I used your top 5 influential games as like a guide for the ones that I didn't quite know about.
Well, that's tough because it's like we've never really talked about that either.
Yeah, no, I've heard you say Halo Reach before, but I tried without asking you to make this list. So this is
that's
as
still,
best
dude,
as I could have
that
done.
is
Halo
still
3 is still a goat,
that
bro.
is still
like,
an
still a
awful
goat.
cut. That's still an awful game to cut because it's
no,
still...
like there's gonna be, if there's anybody watching this that's like a Halo nerd, you're gonna be disliking this video. You're gonna be in the comments saying, "I can't believe you cut Halo 3." It's fine, bro. It's fine. Chill, dog. Chill. Have a drink. Relax.
Yeah. Every single one of these cuts was painful in a different fucking way, and the next one's gonna be the worst one out of all of them, to be honest.
So you basically have to just drop the keep, and then we know what you're gonna cut. We got Pokemon versus Apex Legends. Now listen, my list is already fucked. I mean, for those of you, let me pull it up. For those of you watching, this is, if it'll focus, this is my list. Can you read it? There we go. 4 Lethal, RuneScape, Apex, Pokemon. That's my list. And now we're between Apex and Pokemon. Correct?
Yeah, so you'll still be 4 out of 5.
Mario threw me off, so...
Yeah, well, so... I don't know if should I just come out and say it, or should I explain?
Drop the bomb. What are you keeping?
I'm going to keep Apex.
Wow. You're not joking. You're keeping Apex Legends.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Apex. Wow. Okay, I thought for sure you were going Pokemon there just because of the longevity of Pokemon and nostalgia and everything else.
Let me explain why that's an awful cut for me. I collect fucking Pokemon cards still.
I know, that's why I added it. That's why I added it.
I have like I'm a big Articuno fan. I have like basically every single super rare iteration of that card besides like 2 or 3. Like I'm almost completely done collecting it. And yeah, that's not easy for me at all. That one hurt the most, to be honest. And it's like I can't cut Apex because I played like almost 2,000 fucking hours of that game. It's like,
one help you grow up, but one help you become a gamer.
Well, right? One was like I kept like Paper Mario, which is crazy because like part of me would almost argue like that Pokemon was more impactful in my childhood than that game.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, what do you think if you put Paper Mario versus Pokemon? What would you pick?
Probably Pokemon in that aspect.
Right? So you almost shot yourself in the foot picking Paper Mario too soon. But like when I see lists like this, I pick with my heart first, and then I let myself deal with the consequences later.
That's what happened.
Like when we did our sci-fi movie, when I picked Alien so far in front because like if I had left it to the end, I wouldn't have picked it. I had to pick it right away to get it off my chest. Like I need this to stay here. All right, well, real quick, I'm gonna go back to stop sharing the screen because we already got you're keeping Fortnite, you're keeping Lethal Company, you're keeping RuneScape, you're keeping Paper Mario, and you're keeping Apex Legends.
Yep.
That's your 5. Okay, let's stop sharing this. Let's get back to the normal format. There we go.
That was an awful experience. I hated that.
Fucked up, bro. Look, I want you to try to formulate. I'll help you too. I'll give you a list of 20 games I love, and you make a fucking list and see. But for me, I'm not a huge. It's funny to say this actually. I'm not a huge gamer. I'm not. Like I grew up like in a weird time frame. I think there just wasn't a lot of gaming for me, so that can make it worse probably because I didn't play a lot of games. You could probably make a 6-game list and keep 3, cut 3, and I would be fucking crying. I'm a big.
I almost cried
person,
when I
bro.
cut Pokemon right there, bro. If you saw my face, I was just sad that I did.
I'm a big heart person, man. Like, I know off the bat for me personally, I'd have to keep Fortnite. I'd have to keep Apex Legends. I'd have to keep Lethal Company. And I'd have to keep SOT. For me, out of those 10, because they're the ones I spent the most time with my friends with. And if I'm spending time with my friends, the game's getting kept. Like, even though it's the same group throughout the entire kind of sequence, they each serve like a purpose to me, you know. And
for me, that was just kind of like
I would have kept Faz.
I'm gonna cut like 2 of the games I played with you the least out of all of them, which would be those 2. Compared to the other ones, because Fortnite and Apex are like
listen, I think Lethal and Faz are tied. I do, because we haven't played Faz all that long, bro. We really haven't.
We had over.
We haven't played Lethal all that long.
We're not even at 200 hours yet for Lethal.
And we played Faz a shit. We played Faz a shit ton, bro.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like me personally, I like Lethal Company more than Faz. I guess I could just say that. You know, like comparing like. I guess we don't know what the peak of Lethal is though either. That's the problem. That's what makes it so much more fucked up, because that really hasn't like been through. It's like every other game on that list
cycle
been through
its lifespan.
Yeah.
If they came out with a Lethal, look, if they came out with tournaments for any of these horror games that we played, Faz, Lethal, like,
dude, we'd be cracked at Outlast too.
Don't sleep on us, bro.
We'd be so good at Trials.
I didn't add Outlast. That's what I forgot to add. I was going through the games we played together, bro. But that probably got cut soon because we didn't spend much time.
That would have been an easier cut. We only did like 80 or 90 hours of that game.
Yeah, but that was so much fun, bro. I love that game.
We were fucking cracked at that, I remember.
Listen, do you agree with Mirk's cut?
No.
Mirk's keeps?
You probably shouldn't.
If you look, I know for a fact you pissed somebody off. Somebody out there is upset. Rightfully so.
I probably pissed off 80% of the people who watch this fucking video.
Like, but you gotta realize where you're coming from, though, bro. Like to me, you made sense, and I would disagree on a couple of the cuts. So to me, you made perfect sense. I mean, why you cut what you cut, and I didn't know the gravity of Paper Mario to you, which seemed to like. Your heart says Paper Mario, your mind tells you Pokemon, which I think a lot of us. I mean, you pick somebody, bro, from age 28 to 39. They played Mario. I'm not Mario. I'm sorry. They played Pokemon a shit ton. They collected cards. They went to Burger King when they were little and got the fucking little pack of cards and the Happy Meals and shit like that at McDonald's. Like, Pokemon's just such a thing that everybody's done. but to what degree? You know what I mean? Like I had it on Game Boy, Game Boy Advanced. But to be honest, I'm not a huge Pokemon nerd, so I probably would have cut Pokemon, no problem. Wouldn't bother me. Um, I love the movies. I'm more of a sucker for the movies in the show back in the day than I am the card game and collecting it and playing it on the Game Boy.
I guess I'm definitely more attached to the card game than I am I'm attached to the games too, but I'm definitely more attached to the card game, I'd say.
Yeah, and I've gamed more in the last 7 years than I have in my entire life. So obviously, all the newer shit I would definitely be on board.
It's not even about the game itself. Like, fuck if I know how to actually play the Pokemon game. It's about the cards.
Yeah,
about the cards and over time how they change and stuff like that.
Would your picks change if every time you cut a game, your whole experience with it was deleted also?
That's kind of what I
how you base it off of?
In a way, yeah. Which is kind of like...
I can tell kind of, yeah. Actually, I can tell.
Because it was more of a concept of well, I can't... Obviously, there's a couple on there you just can't cut, simply because of how much we played.
Like, you can't
cut them.
You can't cut... Out of all those games, you can't cut Fortnite.
Yeah.
Like, that's the one that has to stay. And it's not just it's not because it's Fortnite. That could have been any game. It's just where we all met. It's where we all came close. It's where we all kicked it, played till 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. It could have been anything. It could have been Minecraft. Could have been fucking Roblox. I mean, anything. And we just met on Fortnite. And I tell people this all the time, man. None of these games, guys, if you're looking at this fucking shit right here, look. Let me show this. Let me show this real quick. Then we're going to end. Okay. None of these games mean shit. None of them. Who do you play with? Who do you kick it with? Who do you hang out with at the end of the day? If you're in the mid-30s, late 20s, like me and Mirk, who are your homies that you're playing with? Are you kicking on Phasmophobia every night with your homies? That's the best game of all time. That's the best game of all time because you're hanging out with your friends, you're kicking it, you're making memories, and you're decompressing from fucking work, life in general, and you're happy. Is that Apex Legends? That's the best game of all time, bro. And for us, that was Fortnite. 3, shout out to Apex. Not Apex Legends, our Apex. His mom's fucking gorgeous. That dude. The 3 of us met on Fortnite, where we became the trio, the God trio. And not because we were good, because we loved hanging out with each other. And that's what gaming's about. Now, if that's Sea of Thieves for you, bro, fucking great. That should be your first keep. That should be #1 game of all time. Right? It's all about company, man. It's all about company. And that's what gaming's always been for me.
3 of my 5 were based on that concept as well. It's like I'm not, some of those games I had were also major parts of my childhood, like I explained, but you just can't,
Yeah, like how do you replace Fortnite? Not the game, but our experience.
Let me just RuneScape made the list mostly because of the fact that on my account I play on now, before the game kind of switched, I had a full year of real life time put into that game.
Yeah, you're talking longevity now, bro. Like out of all the games on there, 10 games, you're talking about that's the most time spent on a game. You have to.
And then now, because the game switched to old school, I did the whole thing again and then put another month and 2-3 days
ridiculous.
on this account. But I'm way ahead of where I was on the old account with a full year because I'm an adult, more efficient, better knowledge.
Of course.
Yeah.
You got it planned out.
Look at the game now. I'm like, man, I was fucking so stupid how I grinded this shit when I was 5 years old, 6 years old. But of course,
man, it's all, to me, man, just bottom line, it's all about who you're meeting and who you're kicking it with and the experiences you're having. And that will always change per game you're playing. And if you keep your same friend group and keep changing games, there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, good list, bro. Good list. I completely agree with your list. The only one that hurts me, I gotta say, man, Sot and Faz hurt but I get it. Out of all the things we played, those two are like the worst. You know what I mean? Like the worst games we've played. But out of the two, Faz hurts me the most. Faz was the first game after competitive shooters we got really good at together. The first non-shooter game, we were like, oh shit, we can do other shit together and still be correct, right? That was the first time we stepped foot into horror and went, oh, it's a Revenant.
I guess I'm thinking of it as like more of like a zero-sum thing in the concept of like how much cumulative time did we do this together, you know? And I
That's
guess
fine.
like compared as like a percentage, it just seemed like the more ideal thing. The other thing to remember, I think, is we were playing COD at that time as well, and a couple other things with Apex and his brother. So
Peak Faz though, we were all in. Peak Faz, but in the beginning we were playing all kinds of shit. But you go like 2-3 months in, we were all Faz.
I mean,
we streamed every night Faz.
Apex was like such a crazy thing to me just because of like that was like I think my other than Fortnite, it was kind of nice to hit like another peak in competitive and just be done with it.
Right, in another game.
They have a goal, attain it, and be like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, because you hit Diamond, I hit Plat in Apex Legends, and I mean, when you compare that to the average player, bro, I mean, we were like,
I mean, this
and
is coming.
let's remind people too about Apex Legends, bro. We played duos. It's just the two of us. And when we played trios, we got potato every time. You know what I mean?
Like what I like about that too is me and you are both more controller based gamers because that's when my first game I really got decent at on mouse and keyboard in my opinion was Apex. I started to get really good at shooters on mouse and keyboard. It only took like a year to like actually get decent.
Yeah, I picked up mouse and keyboard before you.
Yeah,
which is crazy to think because I'm computer slow.
I was like aim training and shit too, though. Like I was like going hard at that shit. I was practicing like every day.
Yeah, it keeps that shit, bro. Not enough of that. I don't. That's the thing, man. Like, if you've known Mirk and I for a long time, then you get this. But if you don't, you'll figure it out. This is the gamer. I'm just here. So, like, I mean that when I picked up Fortnite in 2016, I got it from a kid that I teach at the karate school who said Fortnite's cool. And I went, what's that? Downloaded it on my PlayStation, played it for a little bit, and went, what? I gotta build a wall. What is this? What is that? and my old ass played some Fortnite. And every kid I've met on Fortnite, I just declined the request until I met people my own age because that was kind of weird to me. I thought at the time, like, it's a kid's game. And then I heard some adults and I was like, oh, other people that are my age, let's go. And the first one I think I met was Apex. And then I met you 2 weeks later. And from then on, it was crazy. So I was never a gamer. Before that, I didn't play anything. Just phone games. I didn't play anything on my PlayStation. Nothing.
I don't think I ever told you this part of it. I was kind of like in that zone of like just I played the game kind of because of people at work, but I was just kind of cruising through pub lobbies to find like people to play with and other and I just in general,
you're just looking for company.
I just had like headset on. I would never talk until I would like hear other people, if they were cool. So I was always kind of just lurking.
Yeah, Apex and I had a conversation when we first met. Like, we need to find another duo like us to play with. And we did. You played with a guy back then. I forgot who you played with, but he was only on for like a couple of games, and it was just the three of us. And let me tell you something, finding a fourth person forever has been impossible.
It never happened.
It will always be the three of us. And I'm okay with that. I really am. I mean, we're talking 8 years so far of playing, knowing each other, hanging out almost every day.
That's so fucked to think. That's so long. Just like how quick that's been.
Yeah, but man, look at the shit we've done. And the people we've met and the things we've tried, the games we've played. I mean, it's been awesome, which is why I play Lethal Company, and I get sad sometimes. It's the same way I felt when I played SOT. I know that every time I play a new game, it's just never going to be Like there'll always be something else. It's like right now I'm playing Lethal, and I'm like, I'm having a blast. Let me take in every moment and enjoy it, because in a year, we're probably not playing Lethal Company. We're probably playing something else. You know, that's why I'm scared to play Helldivers. I'm down to play Helldivers. It looks fun as shit, to be honest. But then I think about Lethal, and I'm like, damn, I mean, I know how we are. Are we going to be Helldivers players for the next 6 months? You know, and then never touch a Lethal again. And I don't know if I'm ready for that. I'm having too much fun. I'd like to hit 4K as a duo before I put this game down for a long time. Just my opinion.
It's good to have goals.
It is, but it's crazy that 5 of these games we played together for years. I mean, for years.
Well, gaming is like one of those things that's like it's a mainstay. Like it's always there, but it's always changing. Like it kind of
It's always changing, bro. That's why you have to have personality and content. Focus on content instead of focus on the game, because the game will always die. In a sense, it won't die out completely. You look at Fortnite, right? Nobody's watching a 35-year-old play Fortnite. They're watching a 16-year-old play Fortnite. That's how it always be.
You always have like your niche fan base.
Guess who switched to fucking content creation on Fortnite, bro? Clicks.
Yeah.
He's a content creator. He was one of the best kids in the world. And now he's old. He's in his early 20s. For Fortnite.
He's like,
that's old.
Yeah, it's wild to think about.
It's crazy. And so I'm 35 years old. Who am I? You know?
I mean, it's kind of wild to think about. Like during those times, I was in my fucking early 20s. I was just like barely legal drinking age around, I think, the time we were playing. I'm pretty sure.
All right, man. Well, good list, bro. Good list. Again, quick recap so I can get it on the end of the video. We've kept Fortnite, bro. You kept Lethal. You kept RuneScape. You kept Apex Legends. And you kept Paper Mario. Everything else, see ya. All right, man. Well, good shit, good shit. Hey, we'll catch you guys on the next one, episode 14.
Might have to talk about Pokemon card collecting at some point. You know,
we will.
That might be like another topic we can do.
That sounds good, bro. All right, well, we'll catch you on the next one, episode 15. Coming in next week. We'll catch y'all later. Peace.
Peace.